such a time as this.
And welcome to For Such a Time as This. I am your host, Pastor James Pittman. You know, when I started to walk with the Lord in the early 90s, used to listen to a lot of Kirk Franklin and the Family. The Reason Why I Sing, I think, was the first album I listened to, and it was good. At least that was my perception back in the early 90s. It may still be good. I don't know. I haven't listened in a while. So when I ran across an interview with Kirk Franklin, and he was on something called The Breakfast Club, it's a radio station in New York, it intrigued me, and I also got a little scared. Oh no, another Christian artist going before the cameras. Let's see how he measured up. So let me show you two clips. I want to show you the first one.
Like even when you think about the Bible, right? I look at the Bible, and I've gotten older. I study the Bible, and you can read things about being gay is an abomination. Or you can read them when he said, Jesus told him that your devil is the father when he was talking to Jewish people. So people thought that was anti-Semitic. So you have homophobic stuff in the Bible. You have anti-Semitic stuff in the Bible. And it's like, this ain't love. This don't sound like this is of God.
And it's not homophobic stuff in the Bible. What it is that there are men and women who have not necessarily been trained and to be able to exegete scripture, to be able to understand the totality of the text. Because if you are going to call one thing a sin in the Bible, you cannot eisegete that text and realize that pride, jealousy, envy,
eating pork.
Well, that's Old Testament. It ain't saying that.
Look at you
give
love
you some
your bacon.
bacon.
Don't try that.
No, I don't eat the bacon.
It's
I don't eat bacon. I don't eat.
Pride, envy, jealousy, those are sins. Yes, pride, envy, jealousy, that's sin. Guess what else is sin? Homosexuality. When pushed by the host named Charlemagne, did you notice what Kirk Franklin did when he's talking about homophobic? And what they mean when they say homophobic, they mean anti-homosexual views. So homophobic literally means homophobic, same-sexually phobic fear. We're not afraid of homosexuals. We Christians, biblical Christians, we're not afraid of homosexuality. There's no fear there. We just don't think that God looks at it in a good way because he said so. So there's nothing to fear. So when he says that there's homophobic stuff in the Bible, what he means is views negative about homosexuality. So that's what he means by homophobic. And when he said that, homophobic, Kirk Franklin started to dance, started to apologize. And worse than that, he was saying, if you get a view that the scriptures speak negatively about homosexuality, do you see who he blamed? He blamed the preachers, the pastors. The pastors are ignorant because they can't exegete well enough. And they can't understand the totality to eisegete. I think he said eisegete. I think he meant exegete. But to eisegete the text and this, stuff. So see, the pastors and the preachers, they ignorant. Because you can't read the Bible and come out with views that God is somehow negative against homosexuality. Oh, Kurt. Here's the second one. The second clip.
Yes, I am a pro-life person, but at the same time, it would be hypocritical to not also tell you that when I was a teenager, I paid for an abortion. So I've paid for an abortion.
I paid for 3.
Yeah. My point is that I am pro-life, but I still believe that I do not have a right to force a woman to do anything with her body the same way that I can't force somebody to come to Jesus Christ.
Right.
There's no way.
Let's get this this logical fallacy of being a hypocrite out the way. Hypocrisy means I hold you to a different standard than I myself am willing to hold myself to. It is not being a hypocrite to say lying is a sin. And oh, by the way, I lied before, and when I lied, it was a sin. And when you lie, it's a sin. That's not a hypocrite. Just because I failed in an area in my past does not make me a hypocrite when I now come to the present and apply the standard of righteousness to you and to me. So to say that I would be a hypocrite because I paid for abortion, and it would be a hypocrite for me to say that now abortion is wrong, that's just not smart. I think people need to understand what hypocrisy is. If I paid for an abortion in the past, it was wrong then, it's wrong now, doesn't make you a hypocrite. Okay, and so the issue of abortion and life comes up. Kirk Franklin starts to dance and starts to say this foolishness. I can't tell a woman to do what to do with her body. It's not her body, it's the kid's body. And so he caves on abortion also, right after he caved on a homosexual issue. Oh, Kurt, look, pray for the man. Pray for him. But once again, we have these Christian artists who sing and have no, how do they dance without a backbone?
For such a time as this,